Notes August 2nd, 2022. Note, see special report on hunter weapons factories at the bottom of this news summary. Also note, Burma coup resistance notes will be going in the field, and may not publish daily during the coming season. Ethnic regions. In Kitholai Brigade 4 area, Tananthriai region on Burmese maps, a PDF blew up a small hunter convoy of 20 troops in Yifayu Township yesterday, injuring at least 7 troops. It isn't known whether all the injured survived. Adela in Madu village of Yifayu Township was assassinated yesterday. In northern Shan State, after the bombing yesterday that killed a hunter soldier and wounded 2 others, there was gunfire overnight in the town, and an as yet unidentified group fired on the police station, wounding 3 hunter police officers. Afterward, an urban guerrilla group warned people against participating in illegal Chinese gambling and other clandestine businesses that operate in collusion with junta officials. Muse is the main commercial crossing point on the Chinese border and subject to a great deal of corruption and organized crime. In Chin State, there is fighting again today along the Hakka-Tantalan road where junta troops are trying to repair a bridge blown up by Chin Defense Forces to stop the junta transporting troops and supply. Junta scorched earth village terrorism campaign. The helicopter commando attack on civilian farming communities in Manmu and Iado townships yesterday killed at least 5 residents in Let Panjin village. Over 100 have been taken hostage. A PDF responded to try to protect the village, and witnesses say PDF fighters have been killed. People's Defense Forces, PDFs. In Sagaing region, a Myung PDF detonated a large roadside bomb beside a speeding bus carrying 30 junta troops today. The bus was disabled and wounded or dead troops had to be evacuated, but the casualty toll isn't known yet. A foot column of about 100 troops was ambushed by a PDF laying landmines ahead of the march yesterday. 10 troops were killed. A PDF drone bombed 2 junta admin offices at Sagaing Township yesterday, injuring 4 junta workers and destroying 2 vehicles. A PDF attacked junta troops who had been looting and burning villages in Yu and killed 3 of them, with an unknown number wounded. During the last 4 days of July, PDFs killed 25 troops in Yu Township, including an officer. In Magway region, the Your Defense Force arrested 3 junta police in Gangor Township who were on a scouting mission. 1 tried to escape and was killed, while the other 2 are in PDF custody. In Yesagio Township, a PDF placed a fake landmine in a road in Kyoklika village. Junta troops came and fired guns at it, then tried to deactivate it, and were blown up by a real bomb nearby, killing 3 troops. Also in Yesagio, a PDF coalition attacked a junta/Pusohi terrorist camp at Maniwa yesterday, then withdrew as the junta started firing mortars. Casualties aren't known. In Myling Township yesterday, the junta tried to hold a support rally near Myling Town, but the military security detail for the rally was blown up by mines and shot with rockets from a PDF. 4 troops died and 3 were wounded. Madaya Township in Mandalay region is becoming a hotbed of PDF resistance. Junta troops clashed with PDFs there for the past week, and at least 10 troops have been killed and 30 wounded. The fighting takes place on islands in the Great Irrawaddy River, bordering on Wetlet Township in Sagaing region. Wetlet PDFs have therefore got involved. In Bargo region, a junta convoy was blown up yesterday in Otbo Township, with the death of 2 troops and an officer. Adela, who had guided junta troops to attack a PDF camp also in Otbo Township, was assassinated yesterday, and a local junta administrator was assassinated today in Natalan Township. Urban warfare. In Yangon, a bomb exploded under the car of a junta administrator and his wife in Mingalidon Township this morning, killing both instantly. This administrator had been abusive towards citizens and business people in his district. Another junta administrator was shot 3 times in South Dagon Township yesterday, and was taken to hospital. His survival status isn't known. Another junta administrator in Want Township was assassinated yesterday. Last night there was a bombing at the Junta Air Force Cadet Training Academy, Women's Section, in Morby Township. Ambulances arrived afterwards to evacuate casualties, but the numbers aren't known. In Mandalay, a grenade was thrown into a sandbag bunker guarding another junta admin office in the city, wounding or killing 4 troops, reports differ. A junta admin officer in Munawa City was assassinated by an urban PDF yesterday. An urban PDF leader and about 10 other members were captured by the junta this past weekend. The regime is cracking down hard in the city, although PDFs are still managing to conduct bombings and assassinations of junta targets.
Civil Disobedience Movement (CDM). The National Unity Government's Ministry of Planning, Finance, and Investment issued warnings to 7 Singaporean companies and a Chinese company who have obtained so-called permits from the illegal Burma military regime to build and operate power plants, port infrastructure, and a garment factory. The NUG has forbidden foreign investment under the junta regime, and says that not only will any permits issued not be recognized in the future, but foreign companies violating the ban will be disqualified from future participation in the Burma economy in the new democratic era. USA Asia Pacific Bureau Assistant Secretary Daniel J. Crittenbrink met with National Unity Government Deputy Foreign Minister Umo Zoruru yesterday. They discussed the junta's July 23 murder of pro-democracy movement leaders, and ways in which the USA could help the NUG end the junta's terrorism and provide assistance to the people of Burma. Special report, Junta Weapons Factories Myanmar now published a report today on the 25 weapons factories that keep the junta supplied with automatic rifles, bullets, mortars, uniforms, and other military supplies. The report draws heavily on information from CDM military defectors with inside knowledge. Of the 25 factories, 15 are in Magway region, 7 in Bago region, 2 in Naypyidaw region, and 1 in Yangon. They were cited to be out of reach of ethnic armies, but the junta never counted on Magway region becoming a hotbed of armed PDF resistance. Many are on the banks of the Great Irrawaddy River for easy delivery of raw materials and shipment of products. Raw steel for the plants comes from a military-owned steel factory at Ashitpin near Ipai in Bago region. These factories mean the junta isn't dependent on imports of munitions. Chinese engineers helped to set up a production line of cluster bombs, which violate international standards because they kill indiscriminately. Equipment and spare parts for the factories come from Russia and China. The Myanmar now gives the pinpoint locations of the junta munitions factories. Some of the CDM military officers have set up alternative factories to produce arms for the National Unity Government and PDFs, since international allies seem to deliver only strongly worded statements and no solid military assistance. Factories have workforces of between 400 and 4,000 laborers, and are protected by belts of combat troops. The military academies train engineers whose entire business is weapons manufacture at these plants. The CDM officers say that the junta's dwindling manpower increases its dependence on firepower, so they keep investing in the weapons factories. High-level officers are widely believed within the army to profit personally from the factories. The PDFs are aware of these factories and have tried to attack them, but they are some of the best protected junta properties in the country. On April 6, the Magway PDF captured a truckload of weapons components from a factory, and the junta reacted with an almost maniacal crackdown on the whole area.